All right, everyone. Good morning and welcome to October. Welcome to Core Stability. This is Katie. I'm so excited to be with everyone today. Let's do this. We're going to go ahead and start. Let's find our mat, find our space, get comfortable, and we're just going to walk the length of our mat. You can get a little shake in your hips. I got disco music on today because it is a party. It is the first Core Stability on Wednesday mornings, and I'm ready to rock it. Hope you guys are too. Let's go ahead and get some arm circles going there as well. Just getting ourselves moving, getting the body temp up. And just remember today to listen to your body. Do what it needs. If you need adaptations, if you need supports like a chair or a towel, or a bolster, pillow, use anything. It is a tool. And yeah, I'm here to support you if you need anything. Perfect. Let's walk a couple more lengths here. All right. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and come to a standing position. We'll go feet about hip width apart, toes facing forward. And we will go ahead, put our hands on our hips. We're going to take our right knee and bring it up 90-degree angle. And then we're going to drive it out to the right and back down. And now we will reverse the movement. So our knee is going to come up the side, we'll bring it back in front of our body and down, heel to the ground. So we're going to do that just a few times on the right leg only. So we're working on that balance. We're starting to engage those lower ab muscles. So bringing my knee up like a high knee, out to the side and down. All these gate openers. Beautiful. Make sure we're also getting some breathing in there. Make sure we're using a chair for support if we need it, but we're repeating that movement. Knee drive up, out to the side and down.
So Katie, do you kick your knee out to the side? Your right foot goes out too with it, right?
So our left foot still stays standing. Our left foot's planted. We're doing like a high knee, pausing there, and then we're going to take that high knee out to the right side of our body.
Okay.
And then down. Good. Just a few more here. And let's go 3, 2, 1. Get that right foot back, planted back down on the ground, and we'll go on the left side. So hands are on our hips, high knee, drive up. Ooh, losing my balance already. And we'll come out to the side with that left knee now. Heel taps the ground and back up in front of our body, down. So high knee drive up, taking it out to the side, touching that foot down, back up and down. Oops. Good little balance challenge to start us off. We're getting those hips warmed up. Good. Make sure we're still focusing on engaging that core. So as we're moving our limbs outside of our body, we want to keep our spine stationary. Doing great. Go for just a few more seconds here. Keep it up. Might even be starting to feel a little bit of glute working on your right side as it's keeping you stable. Good, almost there. Last 10 seconds. Damping it down. Go 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Shake those hips out. Let's get both feet back down on the ground. About hip width apart once again. We're going to do some hinges. So let's go hands up and behind our head. I'm standing straight up. And I'm going to slowly start setting my hips back to the wall behind me, keeping my arms behind my head, and just pushing my hips back, kind of letting my weight distribute into my heels. I should feel a nice kind of stretch going in my hamstrings. Once I'm down as low as I can go without rounding my back, I'll exhale, push my glutes forward, back to standing. So we'll inhale at the top, hinge at the hips, hinge at the waist, send the hips backwards. And exhale, push our hips back forward, squeezing the glutes, back to standing.
Katie, does our head stay up in the air?
Hands are behind head. And
yeah, but does our head stay up in the air?
It will stay neutral with your spine, if that makes sense. So even as you're hinging at the waist, your head will stay neutral and up, but you're not staying standing.
So your hips and your butt go backwards.
Yes, hips and butt go back. And your head is just staying neutral with your spine. So thinking of yourself like a lever. I'm only moving at the waist. We're trying to get some glute activity, glute engagement as we're hinging back. And if you're like, I don't feel anything in those hamstrings, I challenge you to kind of pause at the bottom and shift your weight back into your heels. You might feel a little more stretch in the hamstring. We'll go for just a few more here. If it's uncomfortable to have your hands behind your head, go ahead and place them on your hips. Just working on that hinge movement right now, which is a very essential motion. Say we're washing our hands or washing our face. You just want to hinge at the sink. You don't want to round your back. A few more seconds here. And last one. Beautiful. Next warm-up exercise, one of my very favorites. We call them inchworms. And this one, you take at your own pace, your own level. So we'll start standing, feet hip width apart. I want you to slowly lower your hands down to the mat. So now I have hands on the mat, feet on the mat, but my body is still kind of up in the air. I'm going to slowly walk my hands away from my feet. So kind of walking out into a plank position. If you can make it all the way to a plank, go for it. If you're not quite there, just go as far as that's comfortable. And then we'll walk our hands back to our feet, reset, and go for it again. Challenging ourselves to do it nice and slow. That means we're getting our core engaged. We're trying not to rock side to side when we step with our hands. Make sure we're breathing. We're pushing away from those palms, engaging the shoulder muscles.
Katie, this is Trisha. How long are we holding the plank once we get there before we bring our hands back?
Yeah, not holding it very long at all, just about a second.
Okay.
Great question. All right, just a few more here. Big inhales at the top. Walk those hands away from your feet. Plank position or kind of a halfway. Walk those hands back. Let's see if we got one more. Doing great. These are a great challenge, but a great warm-up. Beautiful. On this last one, let's walk our hands all the way out. Plank position, and we can lower our knees if we need to, but staying in that kind of half tabletop plank position. From here, we can either choose to just hold this plank, or last warm-up exercise, we'll do some slow mountain climbers. So we'll come to a high plank position. My shoulders, elbows, and wrists are stacked. And I'm in a high plank, my feet are trailed behind me. My body's completely lifted off the mat. Only my feet and my hands are on the mat. I'm slowly going to drive my right knee up towards my chest and put it back where it came from. And then we'll alternate left knee up towards the chest and back. Just nice and slow here. So we're either doing that half plank, hold, full plank, hold, or slow mountain climber. Make sure we're breathing. Trying to exhale as we drive that knee up towards our chest. Other option is to do the mountain climbers on the wall. You need a little extra support, a little less gravity working against you. It's working against me right now. Nice, we got 10 more seconds, keep it up. Really pushing away from the palms, engaging the shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and let's rest those knees. Bring it down to the mat. Stay where we're at in a tabletop position. We'll start in our tabletop flow. Should have the core temp up by now. I'm getting a sweat on already. Let's widen our hands out as much as we can so we have lots of grip on the mat. My knees are down on the mat, tabletop position. Feet are trailing behind my knees. From here, we're going to go into our bird dog crunches. So from a tabletop position, I'm going to extend my right leg back behind me in a straight line. My left knee stays down. I'm going to slowly raise my left arm up as well. So my thumbs are up to the sky. My hand is open. So my right hand is still down on the mat and my left knee. So I have opposite arm and leg up in the air. From here, let's bring our left elbow to our right knee, underneath our body, torso. Touch them there. Exhale and extend again. So bird dog crunch, nice and slow. Not going for speed here, it is stability. And this is one of the best core stability exercises, the bird dog. Making sure our head, we don't want it falling between our shoulders. Try to keep the head and neck engaged. What I mean by that is kind of pressing the back of your head to the ceiling.
Are we staying on that one side?
Yep, we're
left.
just doing one side right now.
Okay.
We'll go for a few more seconds. And we're gonna go into that first hold. Go 3, 2, and 1. Let's keep the arm and leg up, holding. And add a little pulse with the leg if you want from that glute. Go 3, 2, 1, and arm and leg back down. Shake the shoulders out, shake the hips out, shake the wrists out if we need to as well. And let's switch sides. So now we're going left leg up, trailing behind us, right arm up, and bringing elbow to knee underneath us, and extending out. Bird dog crunch. And I recently actually learned why it's called a bird dog. It's because the bird dogs, when they hunt, they raise their right paw, their left leg. So it kind of looks like the move you're doing.
Katie, I'm confused about the right arm. That you bring the right elbow to the left knee. I'm really confused.
Yeah, no problem. So let's go back to tabletop. We'll reset. I want you to raise just your right arm up and out in front of you. And then from there, take your left leg back.
Got it.
Now you're in the extended position. From here, you're bringing your right elbow to your left knee. Kind of like a reverse crunch. Does that make more sense?
A little.
Okay.
I'll have
You
to
bring
them
me
both
back.
to your belly, basically.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Just a few more here. And then we'll go for that hold. In 3, 2, 1. Let's hold at the top so my arm and leg are extended. Add a little pulse in that left leg from the glute. Let's go 3, 2, 1. And arm and leg back down. Shake it out. Shake out your shoulders. Shake out your hips. Shake out your wrists. Beautiful. We're going to stay right where we're at. Hands down on the mat, knees down on the mat, tabletop position. And we're just going to do half of that bird dog. So let's raise our right leg up and out, both palms, both hands stay down on the mat. From here, we're just gonna tap our toes to the ground and raise our leg up. So just some leg raises here. You might feel your weight shifting into mostly that left leg. See if you can stay centered. And where we're wanting the work to come from is that right glute. Just a nice slow leg raise. Option is stay here. Other option is to tap both corners of the mat. So kind of making a rainbow with your foot. Side to side taps. Good. We're pushing away from the shoulders. Trying to get our belly button to our spine. Go 10 more seconds here, leg raises. And 3, 2, 1. Let's hold at the top. Add a little pulse. Feeling that glute work. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and lower that right knee back down to the mat. Extend that left leg. We got to show love to both sides. And leg raises. So I'm tapping my toe down to the mat and kicking that heel up to the ceiling. My leg is fully extended. Breathing, keeping all that engagement in the shoulders, belly button, spine. Keeping my head and neck engaged. Option to add those side to side taps. So corner to corner of the mat. Feeling good. Great way to start a Wednesday. Good, we're gonna go into that hold about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Holding the leg up. No more tapping, just a little bit of a pulse. Good. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and beautiful. Bring those knees both back down. And we'll go into some fire hydrants or leg abductions. So staying in that tabletop, come up and shake out your wrists if you need to. I know this is a lot of wrist heavy, but we're almost done. So shake them out, shake out your hips, shake out your shoulders. And we'll come back down to a tabletop. I want you to flex your right foot. So dig the toes down into the ground, heels point up. And we're going to slowly bring our right knee out to the right side. So bringing it away from the center of our body, out to the side, and slowly lowering it back down, but not all the way to the mat. So we're just kind of hovering it. Fire hydrants. That also has a name related to a dog. It's like a dog being on a fire hydrant. So we'll be feeling that work in the glutes once again. Believe it or not. Yes.
Do we do these from our forearms? Because I cannot be on my wrist this long.
Yep. Forearms is okay as well.
Okay.
Another option too that I occasionally do when we're in tabletop is to make 2 fists and to kind of rest on your fists instead of having your palms down, kind of having your knuckles to the ground. So that's also an option to try if the forearms don't feel good either.
It does help the wrist, Crystal. I do it all the time.
Yeah, I've been
Good.
on my forearms most of this time.
Anything works. It's your workout for sure. All right, couple more abductions. Go 3, 2, 1. Right knee back down. Left knee is going to go out to the left side now. So abducting. Just slow, gentle raises here. And we're breathing. Pushing the neck and head away from the shoulders. So back to the ceiling. Few more here, you got this. Glutes are on fire. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Let's bring it up, shake out the wrists, shake out the hands, and we're gonna go ahead and come down onto the mat lying. So my back is down, belly is up, and my knees are pointed up to the ceiling. My feet are firmly planted on the ground. And we're gonna go into dead bugs next. So kind of doing a reverse of the bird dog. Let's get both legs up in the air, rolling our back and trying to push my belly button and my spine into the mat as flat as I can. So my legs are up in the air and my arms are up in the air as well, lined up with my shoulders. From this position, we're going to slowly lower our left leg down and our right arm down. So now my right arm and my left leg are extended. My left arm and my right leg are still up in the air. And let's bring both back to the top. So we're just gonna do that left side. If you need to alternate, feel free. But right now we're just dropping the left
Hold
leg.
on, Katie.
Yes.
Are we straightening the left leg?
Yes. So lowering it to the mat while it's straight. You can keep a little bend in the knee if you need to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just lowering the left leg, right arm. Let's add a little exhale as we lower those limbs. Inhale at the top, exhale, lower. Good, just a few more and then we're gonna switch sides. Big inhale. And if we feel our lower back starting to arch, don't lower that leg as much. Okay, keep it controlled. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Both arms and legs back up to the sky. Shake out the lower back, shoulders if we need to. And now let's lower that left arm, right leg. Okay, keeping the left leg, right arm up in the air. Dead bugs. Kind of how I'd imagine a cockroach works out, a dead bug. Good, keep it going. Make sure we're trying to press that back into the mat, engaging the core, becoming one with the mat. Few more here, keep it up. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring those feet down. Shake out the back. Let's do a little bit of a happy baby. So we'll hug our knees into our chest. Grab the soles of our feet if we can, or just stay in the knee hug position and roll out that back. A little bit of a recovery here. Doing wonderful. All right, let's come back to that while we're staying in the lying position. My arms are gonna stay down, planted on the mat. My legs are up, elevated. They're not straight up in the air. My knees are bent. Okay, so we're engaging the core, lowering into the mat. And we're just gonna take our left heel down to the mat and our right heel. So just some heel taps here. So my legs are at a 90-degree angle. I'm just doing a little leg lower. And we're alternating left and right. Working those low abs. Using our arms and shoulders as the anchor points. A little bit of an active recovery move. Good, make sure we're engaging. I'm trying to get my belly button through the floor. And we're breathing. 10 more seconds, you got it. And 3, 2, 1, Both feet back down to the mat. All right, let's stay here. Both feet are planted down on the mat. My knees are up to the ceiling. Arms are down by my sides, palms down on the mat. Shoulders firmly in the mat. From here, we're gonna go into our glute bridges. So I'm keeping my feet flat on the ground. I'm driving through my heels and I'm pushing my hips up to the ceiling with my glutes and my hamstrings. And we're just gonna go for some nice, slow glute bridges here, okay? Getting the feel good. Exhaling as we push the hips up. Feel free to take a rest between each rep and lower yourself all the way, or add a little challenge and just hover on the mat. Make sure we're getting that breathing involved though. Big exhales as we push the hips up to the ceiling. We're gonna go for 4 more here before we do our first hold. Shoulders are pressing against the mat. Those are my anchors. Hips to the sky, squeezing those glutes. 2 more. We're also trying to squeeze our abs at the top. And let's bring our hips up, holding the bridge, add a little pulse. Slowly pushing the glutes, just in a tiny motion here. You got it. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Take a little rest. Windshield wiper it out. So by windshield wipers, we're gonna keep our feet planted. Knees fall to the left of our body, back to center, and knees fall to the right. Nice and slow here, recovery movement. Still trying to keep our low back planted firmly in the mat. Good, we're gonna go back into some bridges, about 10 seconds. Bridge is another one of those essential exercises. It's great for our body. All right, let's come back to center with our knees, feet firmly planted on the mat, and shoulders and palms anchored. Let's push those hips back up to the ceiling, squeezing the glutes as tight as we can, squeezing our abs, and doing reps. So coming back down to the mat and pushing up again. Inhale as we're down. Exhale as we push the hips up to the sky. Good. Trying to drive through those heels. If you're not feeling a ton of glute, try to walk your heels a little closer to your body, your torso. See if that helps. I should be able to wiggle my toes. Good. Let's go 2 more. And we're going into our next hold. 3, 2, 1. Holding at the top. And now I challenge you to take your knees out to the side. So keeping your feet planted, just adding a little outward motion with both knees. So in and out, in and out. Abduction, adduction of the thighs. Let's go 3, 2, 1, and back down to the mat. Recovery. Take it out. We're gonna go 1 more set here. So windshield wipers, reset. Keeping our low back and feet planted, just moving the knees side to side. You're doing wonderful. 5 more seconds here in this recovery windshield wiper. And let's come back to center. Last round of bridges here. Take a big inhale, plant the feet, and push those hips to the sky, squeezing the glutes tight. and going for reps. So back down to the mat and exhale, push it back up. Driving through the heels, making sure our knees aren't coming together here. We want to keep them in line with our feet. As someone who's had lots of knee injuries, always keep your knees out. Don't let them fold in. Still going for reps here. We're gonna have that last hold coming up shortly. Let's get ready. 15 seconds here. Glutes are gonna be working. Might be feeling it tomorrow. All right, let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, big exhale, 1, holding at the top, squeezing those glutes tight, and add a little tiny pulse, pushing the hips up. Just a micro movement. You got this. 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring the hips back down to the floor and shake it out. Wonderful job. All right. Give those abs a little more love here. So we'll keep our feet planted on the floor, knees pointed up to the ceiling. Arms are still out to my sides. I want you to slowly raise just your shoulders, neck, and head. So now we have our arms out. They're hovering above the mat. And my shoulders, head, and neck are up. Slowly reach towards your left foot with your left fingertips. And then we'll come back to center and reaching towards the right foot with right fingertips. So penguins, just a little bit of oblique work. Should feel some engagement in the abs. Good. Reaching towards those heels. Go 5.
We want our legs on the ground, correct?
Feet are on the ground, knees are up. Reaching side to side. Go 5 more seconds. We'll take a break. 3, 2, 1, and lower the head and neck. Take a little rest. We'll go for those again. About 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. So raising the head and neck and shoulders, hovering the arms, and reaching towards those heels, left to right. Good. Keep it going. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Take a little rest. One more set of penguins here. And we'll bring it up for our last bit of ab blast. And let's raise it back up. Head, neck, and shoulders, and alternating left to right. So it's just my shoulders and arms moving, but my abs are working. Got it. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take a little rest here. Let's bring the legs back up. So my hips are still down. My legs are up in the sky. Knees are at a 90-degree angle. I'm gonna put my arms, hands behind my head, elbows out to the sides. We're gonna go into some bicycle crunches. So from my legs being up, I'm going to extend my right leg out, and I'm gonna bring my left leg into my chest and bring my right elbow to that knee. And then we'll reset back to center and extend the left leg, bring right knee up the chest, touching my left elbow. Does that make sense with the alternating? Awesome. So to make this exercise easier, we pedal our feet to the sky To make it more challenging, we lower our feet to the ground. So the lower your legs hover, the more difficult the exercise. You choose your adventure here. Good. Nice and slow. 3 more seconds. Alternating, feeling the abs, they're working. So 3, 2, 1, and recover. Feet back down to the mat. And shaking it out. We're gonna go for a few more sets of those bicycle crunches. And hands back behind the head, legs up, and let's do it. Alternating, right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right knee. Pedaling the feet, pointing the toes, add a little extra engagement there. Almost there. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down to the mat. Keeping it going. Another set of those bicycles. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pedal. Lots of ab engagement. We're breathing. Our lower back is staying in the mat. Almost there. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take a rest back down to the mat. We're gonna
Are we breathing out? Are we breathing out as our elbow and our knee are touching? Is that when we should be exhaling when we do those bicycles?
Yep. We'll do that. Bicycles are another one. It's a little difficult to kind of time that breathing with those. So if you can get that to work for you, definitely try it. But also just make sure we're breathing. I tend to hold my breath accident during those. All right, let's get back in that glute bridge position. So palms down on the mat, knees up to the sky, feet planted. We're gonna come up to another glute bridge. All right, just holding it here at the top. And then we're gonna slowly take little tiny steps with our feet. Option to just hold at the top. Other option is to just walk those feet 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. And these are very small steps, okay? Just kind of making our body unstable so that our core has to work. Good. Almost there. And let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Big inhales. And let's go ahead, raise our legs up to the sky straight. So this is gonna be our circuit here. We'll go bridges to legs up. Get hands behind our head, elbows out to the sides. And we're slowly going to lower one leg at a time. So heel taps down, left heel taps down, and it's back up. Right heel taps down, back up to the sky. Lovely. We're just taking these nice and slow. Good. Exhale, heel tap, inhale, leg back up. Good. Still trying to press that belly button into the mat. This is where our back is going to want to take over when we're tired. Let's go 10 more seconds here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down to the mat, resting position. Keep our knees up to the sky and palms are back down to the mat, arms out to our sides, and glute bridge position. Push those hips up to the sky. So we're in a glute bridge hold. Option to just stay in the hold, flexing the abs, flexing the glutes. Other option is to take those baby steps out and back. As I said, whenever we put our body in unstable positions, it makes our core have to work. So if we're taking our arms out or our legs out, keeping the glutes flexed, even if we're taking those steps. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower the hips back down to the ground. Feet come up, legs come up. Interlace the hands behind our head, planting the low back into the mat and shoulders. And let's slowly lower the left leg down. Heel taps the ground and back up. Right leg down, heel tap and up. Just more low ab work here. We're almost there. Can you believe it? Keep it going. Keep that breath. Really challenging yourself to engage, bringing the spine into the mat. I'm going to try to have no arch there. If we don't have it to just fully lower the leg, just give it a half lower. Almost there. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and feet down. Take those arms back down to the mat. Last bridge position here. Plant the feet, plant the shoulders, and inhale. Exhale. Push the hips back up to the sky, squeezing the glutes hard as we can. Holding at the top, flexing the abs, adding those little steps if we like. You're killing it today. Keep it up. Love getting a sweat before 10. Almost there. Keep the glutes flexed, abs flexed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it back down to the mat. Woo! Give yourself a little cheer, and let's roll over. Staying down on the mat, let's go tummies down. Backs up to the sky, so we're in a prone lying position. And let's just take a little rest here, shake out the hips. Get ready for our last little circuit. And cool down is coming up. Wonderful. So from here, we're in that lying flat position. We're gonna be doing some back extensions, so a little bit of work with that low back. So we have the option here. If you are feeling stronger with the low back exercises, you'll interlace the hands behind the head, foreheads down on the mat, and slowly raising head, neck, and shoulders up. If you need a little more support, we're gonna put our hands down on the mat, kind of right in our armpit area. And we're going to slowly push ourselves up here. So a little bit of like a half cobra. Pushing through the palms. Where we are feeling the work though, is kind of in that glute low back area. A little bit of abs as well. And these are gentle, soft movements. We're not going too fast. So squeezing the glutes, raising the chest and shoulders off the mat. Excellent. Let's try to get an exhale as we raise. Inhale in the rest position. Exhale, extension.
Katie, I can do it if I put my hands behind my back, but if I put my hands behind my head, I can't move.
Okay. Yeah, either way. Hands behind the back is just fine as well. Whatever works there. Good, let's go for just 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the resting position. Let's put our right hand over our left and rest our forehead on our hands. From here, we're going to point our feet. So pointing the feet and just slowly raising the right leg. So from the glute, just a small raise with our leg. You feeling just a little bit of glute there? Kind of the whole leg is working here, but it's just a small minor movement. And we're just raising the right leg right now. We'll switch. We'll show the left leg some love soon. Excellent. We're almost there. Getting that last little bit of low back work and glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring that right leg back down to the mat. Point the left toes, engaging the glute and raising that left leg now off the mat. But I'm keeping my hips planted. So my hips are staying planted down in the mat. And it's just a minor, small leg raise off of the mat. Glute, hamstrings, calves, all the things here. And it's just a small movement. Good, keep it up. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rest that leg back down. Back into our back extensions. So remember, we have those options of a half cobra, arms behind the head, or arms behind our back. And we're just raising our chest and shoulders off of the mat. If we want to add another little bit of a challenge, we can extend our arms out in front of us, thumbs up, pinkies down, and still doing just the chest raise. Almost there, keep it going. Make sure we're breathing. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a little rest here. Shake it out, shake the hips. Last set of leg raises, and we're gonna cool down. So let's go hand over hand. Rest our forehead on our hands. Pointing the right toes and slowly raising that right leg off the mat from the glute. Big exhales here. Small movement with a lot of reward. Nice work, keep it up. Keep those toes pointed. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Shake out the hips. Point those left toes. Squeeze that left glute and raise the leg. Not doing any major movement here, just a small raise and lower. Awesome work. Ten more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest that leg. All right, last challenge of the day. We'll cool down. We're gonna put those two motions together for our last isometric hold. So, option to kind of put your arms anywhere, but I want you to make sure they're hovering. So no arms on the ground. Hands and palms and arms are hovering. In 5 seconds, we're gonna squeeze our glutes. We're gonna raise both legs off the ground and our chest. Do a little bit of a hold. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the glutes, raising the chest. Just kind of a swim hover here. You can add arm movement if it distracts you. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it, bring it down to the ground. Take a deep breath. I like to end the class with a little bit of a challenge. So let's cool down. Let's stay bellies down on the mat. Plant our palms on the mat and let's slowly Push our chest up and off the ground. Push the hips back into a child's pose. Widen the knees out, the sides of the mat, arms extended out in front of us. Just hanging out here in this nice rest position. Giving our hips a nice stretch. And feel free to add, I should have mentioned this at the beginning of class, add movement wherever you want. Sometimes I like to move and groove to the music. There is no hurt in adding motion, adding movement. I love to dance, so I encourage it in all my classes. A few more deep breaths here. Let's go ahead and rock it forward. On that tabletop, pushing the hips forward. We're keeping our knees wide though, and back, sitting back to our heels. Pushing the hips forward and back. Beautiful. Get a little cat-cow action. So back to tabletop, resting position. Let's take a big inhale, arching the back, tilting the hips up to the sky and nose up to the sky. Then we'll exhale, rounding the back, pushing the hips forward, pushing away from our palms. Good. Inhale, arching, cow position. Feel free to shake the hips right to left. And exhale, round the back. And breathe. Last inhale, tilting the hips, arching the back. And exhale. Beautiful. Let's come down to a seated position on the mat. Legs out in front of me. Torso's up. Let's take our legs nice and wide out to the sides. Let's reach up into the air with both arms, and let's slowly lower ourselves to the left side. So I'm reaching for my left foot, left toes, left shin. I'm trying to get that breathing back down to our resting rate. A few more breaths here. And just like that, we're in deep stretch again. Good, let's take our hands down and walk them over very gently to the right foot, right toes, right shin. More breaths. And let's release that right foot. Roll ourselves back up to seated. Let's bring the soles of our feet together in front of us. Knees fall out to the sides. Butterfly. Just getting that last bit of stretch out in our inner thighs and hips. We got a lot of work today. Let's end with 3 nice deep breaths. As I said, trying to get our body back to regulation, back to resting. It worked very hard for us today. So make sure we're drinking water the rest of the day. And last exercise, take your hand and pat it on your left shoulder. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Nice work today, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Stop that record.